Welcome to Whozer Adventures. Thanks for stopping in. Greatly appreciate it. And we're going to have some fun tonight. First of all, I want to give a huge shout out. I finally heard back from our first drawing winner. And so I promised him on the next video, I'd give him a big shout out. And it's Jeff Caldwell. Jeff is from, let's see, Dyersburg, Tennessee. So congratulations, Jeff. And, you know, we wish you a speedy recovery, Rebecca and I. So you can get out there and use those jigs and send us some pictures of them and stuff. So I get asked a lot about how people can buy my jigs. I do not sell them. So you won't find my jigs on the open market, okay? Where you will find them is in my boat and giveaways like we've done here and here on the channel. So we're gonna have some fun tonight. I'm gonna kind of put it out there that tonight we're gonna do my bug collection. So these are my bluegill jigs. They're 1/64 ounce. If I'm out on a lake or in a pond area and I'm bluegill fishing, 99.9% of the time it's going to be one of these jigs right here. So these are my top 4 favorite that I like to use. And I can tell you in both ponds and lakes, they do extremely well. So tonight, we're going to tie these 4, okay? And at the end of the video, everybody that views this video, and we're going to give it 7 days, okay? So today is the 1st. If you email me and wish to win or have these 4 bluegill jigs by the 8th, okay, by noon on the 8th of April, if I've received an email saying, hey, please enter me into the bug bluegill jig, then on the afternoon of the 8th, I'm going to draw a person, and that person is going to get all 4 of these jigs that I'm going to tie tonight, okay? So I think it's a little bit of fun. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. We're giving everybody the ample opportunity to watch the video and have a chance to be like Jeff. You know, he ended up with I believe it was 40 hand-tied jigs. And then I also sent a pretty good package of some of the injected plastic jigs that we do here. And, you know, he's going to have quite the collection. So with that being said, we're going to start with these tonight. We're going to get these tied up. These don't take very long for me to do. And hopefully we'll get them in somebody's hands out there. So come on along, sit around for a little bit. Let's have some fun and see what we can get accomplished. So the first one is kind of a mothy style. I think that's kind of what it represents to the bluegill. It's just a moth. These work really great, especially in the summertime when the water temperature is up a little bit. Fishing around structure. So basically I'm using a 140D thread, wrapping it back down the shank to my hook end. I'm going to trim this. And then this has a skirt on it. My skirts are basically, I mean, you can buy them anywhere. There's nothing really special about my skirts. More of the colors than anything else. It's just what I prefer when I'm wrapping. So when you wrap a skirt, you start very loosely, kind of get it to the center of your shank. It'll pull around a little bit. Kind of keep it loose, keep it fitted. And then once you get all the way back here, we're going to snap it up, wrap it kind of tight back. Okay. I like to trim these so that they stand a little bit. Kind of like that. I'm going to hit this with a little hard as nail glue from Woods and Water Outdoors. I just want to make sure that that thread is kind of locked down in there real good. And this kind of takes care of that. Once I'm done with that, basically I'm coming back with a body. And on this particular one, this chenille is just like a hairy chenille. You want to make sure that you get it all the way back to the base of the skirt. We're going to wrap it snugly all the way up, all the way back down. This is pretty thin stuff. I like to create a little bit of body on it. I think it drastically helps the bite. And what we're going to do is cinch the thread up, pull this good and tight, put a couple cross wraps in here, secure that in there, trim this up, and get our whip finishing tool out, and we're going to whip finish this. About 6 wraps, and that one's complete. Like I said, it doesn't take very long to do these. And I've caught bluegill on these, or crappie on these, believe it or not, especially in ponds. So there's our first one. This is kind of what I call the moth. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see that. And there you go. Okay, so the next one, to be honest with you, I think it's more of like a beetle bug. It requires some purple thread, 140D. Again, we're going to wrap down our shank to our hook point right here, back up, trim off our little tail. This one takes, I like using this skirt here. It's got black with red and then solid black in it. It tends to work really well, replicating like a beetle. I suspect that's what they see in it. We've got some pretty nasty storms coming through the Ohio Valley and down through, all the way down to basically, I think, Louisiana and Texas starting tomorrow. So please, everybody, be extremely cautious and careful, and protect yourselves. Mother Nature can be pretty bad to the bone. Okay, so once I get that, you see how these are kind of standing up just a little bit? That's kind of what I'm looking for. And then, again, this is a really deep purple. Again, I assume that the bluegill just pretty much see this as some kind of type of beetle bug. This is a great early spring one. Again, we're going to wrap it all the way up. Back down. We're just bulking that body up a little bit. Kind of gives it some size in the water. Easy big old free meal. Okay. Get out of our way. Cinch it in. Trim that. And then I dropped it. And it's going to unravel. Then we'll do our 6 whip finishes here. And I broke my thread. Okay. Again, it doesn't take very long to make these, and they're really, and I do use a small sickle hook, as you can see on here. These jig heads have a sickle hook on them, and that kind of really helps prevent the bluegill from swallowing these clear down their throat, I think, my opinion. But that's pretty cool. Again, I think they see this as probably like a beetle of some sort. I fish all these on the slip bobber system that I've shown in many videos. If I use, I hardly, very seldom tip, you know, putting a wax worm on or whatever. What I use a lot of different scents, you know, whether it's something that reflects, you know, some kind of bug scent or shad scent, or, you know, I think both bluegill and crappie relate to scent. But typically, I've never really had to do too much to these. As long as you're getting them in the cover and putting it in the middle of the bluegill, they tend to feed on them. We'll have to show some of that this coming season out on the boat if we get an opportunity to do some bluegill fishing. All right, we got that fixed. The next one that we're going to do, again, is to me is just more of a bug color. It's a, I wouldn't call it I probably more like a horsefly. And if you know anything about bluegill and horseflies, they love their horseflies. Actually, they love any kind of a fly. So this kind of probably resembles that horsefly more than anything. You can toss a dead horsefly out on the top of the water, and if there's any bluegill in the area, they usually scarf that baby up. Of course, I'm killing them because horseflies, when they bite you, it freaking hurts. Okay, so this skirt kind of has that horsefly, you know, color to it. It's, you know, it's kind of got a green tint. You know, if you really hold a horsefly up, or you even, like I fly fish too, so you know, some of the flies that I use resemble that quite well. And I'm sure that these little jigs here would probably work great on trout. So, but anyway, let's get this on there. And again, you start the wrap fairly loose, without pulling too hard, because if you do, then you'll misalign this. But these are easy, very productive little bluegill. Bluegill jigs that don't take a whole lot of effort. So we're going to put a brown crystal body on this. Kind of has that reflection in it. I don't know if you can see it in the light very well. Hopefully you can. But again, I think, you know, whether it's a mayfly or, you know, a horsefly or whatever, I think that's what they see when they see this. This one here, probably one of my favorites, because this one here, it doesn't matter what time of the season, you're usually catching them on this one. Let's see if I can do this one and not drop it. Every one of these still the same. You wrap it all the way to the front, and then we're going to bring it all the way back to the back. And then back to the front. So, as you're wrapping this, you know, do your crossover. Make sure that you're getting that chenille tightened down in there so it's good and secure. Okay. Again, we're going to do our 6 whip finish on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pull her nice and snug and trim it off. And that's that one. So if I was going to name this one, it'd probably be the horsefly or mayfly. There's a little bit of green tint in this tail here with the flakes and stuff. So it kind of gives it that mayfly, but you know, it also has that horsefly look to it. And but it's a cool little jig. And again, I mean, I use these when I'm going after bluegill, but to be quite truthful and honest with you, you catch crappie on these, especially in ponds. All right. Our last one, again, I think represents sort of like a firefly type meal. It could be a beetle, I guess, too. You know, I don't know what goes through the bluegill's mind when they're chomping on these, but they obviously see it as food, that's for sure. So this one has a speckled brown skirt on it, a chartreuse head. You want to make sure that these are all nice and aligned when you're tying them too. You don't want one section longer than the other. See how those are dropping out of there. That can kind of screw with you just a little bit. And again, if they're loose, I'll hold them up here and kind of measure about right where I want. And then I'm pinching it with my fingernail here, and that's where I'm cutting at, just so you can see that. And again, it's a loose start to your wrap. I'm not putting a lot of pressure on it, so I can get these adjusted right where I need them. Now, if you know, in the springtime, you know, when you're fishing some muddy waters and stuff, this jig will do really well. You know, it's got a lot of visibility to it. You got the chartreuse head, yellow black legs on it. And then we're going to put this black body on it, and it shines really well. I mean, it's got a lot of shine to it. Hopefully the camera's picking that up. I start probably a 1/16 of an inch behind the head when I'm starting my body. My wrap is just to the inside of the hook and moving forward. And back up. And trim your snell up. Do your whip finish 6 times. Pull her nice and snug. There you go, guys. That's my 4 bug collection for bluegills. And I mean, if you're out fishing with me and we're bluegill fishing, you're going to see these on my line. I mean, and like I said, I usually fish these under a slip bobber. I like it because it really gives the bug the action that it needs to attract the bite. Very rarely would I ever cast them. They just seem to perform so much better with underneath the float. And I love, you know, it's one of my favorite fishing ways of fishing is using a slip float. You know, and I encourage people, you know, I mean, again, I'm no pro or anything, and I'm not going to pretend to be, but I'm out there to have a good time. And when you're fishing underneath a float, and the excitement of seeing that float go down, if that doesn't burst your bubble any, then you might want to reevaluate your fishing because it's a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Now, the 4 I just got done tying, which are laying right here, okay, could be yours. I will personally send these to you, okay? And what you have to do is you have to send me an email, and in the email, put Bug Collection, okay? And just say, please enter me please enter me into the contest. Okay, if you've watched this video, then you're going to know. You can email me at whozer, whozer.adv@gmail.com. Okay, that's where you got to go. And I'll put it up on the screen so you guys got it. If you're interested in owning these and fishing them this year, the only thing I really ask is, you know, if you're out there having a good time with them, catching a lot of bluegill, send us some pictures. I'd love to put them up on the channel and share them with everybody. You know, that's the whole point of this. This is how we get you, as a subscriber, involved and on the channel and stuff. So, and that's really what Rebecca and I want. So, again, you have to put in your email Bug Collection, and then just, you know, keep it simple. Enter me in the Bug Collection drawing. April the 8th, we have to have whoever we've got in the email list by noon on April the 8th. We will draw by 1 o'clock. We will notify the winner by email, okay? And if they want us to use their name, we will. If not, we will respect it. And by the way, guys, just because you're emailing me, we respect everybody's privacy, okay? We're not selling your information. I hate that stuff, and I don't want it done to me. I ain't going to do it to other people, period. This is for fun. This is about our channel. This is about growing our channel. Obviously, I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying the content, and you know, we've gotten a lot of compliments, and we want to continue this. Our goal is to basically grow the channel to 1,500 subscribers, and from there, this year, the year of 2025, and we would greatly appreciate everybody that does subscribe. Please do me a favor, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Hit that notification bell, because I got another one of these coming up. I'm already working on that video, and I'm tying up a handful of these jigs. What makes them unique is they're done with fox fur, and I'm going to demonstrate how well they swim, because it's incredible. But you'll have a chance at those too. Okay, we're going to tie them up here on the channel, and I'm going to give them away. That's how you get my jigs. It's either that or go fishing with me. So your choice. And my friends will tell you that. I mean, I don't sell them. It's just, it takes the fun away. I enjoy doing this and sharing it with you guys. So anyway, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell as I put these videos out. We're going to continue to do this to where, you know, whatever I'm tying, I'm going to give it away. Gives you guys the opportunity to fish with them, and hopefully send us some pictures or some short videos of you catching fish with them, and we'll share them with everybody. So we want you guys to be a part of the channel. Outside of that, if you got any questions, leave me some comments, or shoot me an email. Again, you'll see the email at the bottom of the page down here, and I'll do my best to answer them and stuff. Listen, guys, I'm not a pro. I don't pretend to be a pro. I'm just a guy that's extremely passionate about fishing. I have been since I was probably about 4 years old, and I enjoy sharing it with you guys. So outside of that, please be safe in the next, 24, 48 hours with the storms. If you're in the storm's path, you and your families, please be safe. And we're going to be thinking about everybody, and hopefully everybody gets through this unscathed. But we appreciate you. I appreciate you stopping in and watching the video, sharing your time with me tonight. And again, give me that thumbs up. And if you're inclined, go ahead and hit the subscription button and the notification bell. We greatly appreciate it. Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining me.